The Alcove and the Tooth. I looked and looked for Enzo. I walked out of the house, and 10 feet away sat his scooter, abandoned. "Leifer, I can't find Enzo," I said. "He's with Ada. Want me to go look for him?" Leifer went out. Meanwhile, I took Luca to the shower to clean him up and let the warm water run over his body. His little body succumbed to diarrhea throughout the afternoon, evening, and night. His butt was now red and sensitive. Luca grabbed the shower head and pointed it at the tile wall. In the past week, there'd been vomit, diarrhea, runny noses, coughing, and eye infections. It wasn't all at once, but no problem seemed to be fully dealt with. I think often about my own mental fortitude, and then I cut myself off, feeling unproductive, spent, and at maximum capacity. I look forward to the next morning always, when I know something will be better, if, at the very least, our energy will be restored. I brought my attention back to Luca, waving the shower wand over his head. Enzo appears at my side. "Hi, Mom." And then, "My tooth is cracked," Leaf said. I wondered, what could he possibly mean? It's too soon for him to start losing his teeth. Or is it? He's nearly turning 6 in just a few weeks. "Which tooth, Leaf? Show me," I tell him. I stick my finger in his mouth, and sure enough, on the bottom row, there's a front tooth that wiggles. "Ooh," I say out loud, "let Dad see." Then I quickly pivot and change my attitude, noticing Leaf's worry. "My tooth hurts," he says. "Wow, the tooth fairy's going to come and put something under your pillow. Maybe some money. How very exciting," I rally. "Can you call the dentist?" Leaf asks me. "I'll make sure the tooth fairy knows that you're going to lose your tooth. It's perfectly normal. You're going to get your big adult teeth," I reassure him. Yes, your big adult teeth. And all this is starting just as we're about to head back to California. Am I going to be pulling baby teeth out of Leaf's mouth? I snap myself out of it. I don't need to think about it. The tooth will surely free itself before we leave. Am I squeamish about a loose tooth? Leifer hasn't even looked up from YouTube. I should take my cues from him, even though our baby is on the precipice of the next phase. It's just one more reminder he's no longer my baby. Leaf tells people that he's excited about his birthday, but that Mom is not. She'll be crying about it. "I'll still be your baby," he assures me. I count the months backward to the beginning of March, when we first came to Peru. We've lived 6 months. 6 months! There's been so much living here. Birthdays, milestones, and experiences. Aren't we all humans just the same? One rule in writing is to know the names of things. I know this, yet it took me several months to learn the name of the irrigation ditch that winds its way throughout the valley, bringing water down from the mountains. I looked on the internet, and I could find very little about it. I had Leifer look on the internet with his Peruvian eyes. He couldn't find much either. Sequia. I'm amazed by this ancient feat of engineering. We left the house and walked to the backside, where Abuelita's land slopes down and meets the river. We walked along the house next to the sequia. Once we reach the slope, the sequia turns 90 degrees and continues parallel with the river. We walk further from the house, where Abuelita's worker, Julian, is clearing the brush. Abuelita wants to plant here. Avocado trees was thrown out as an idea. A little further down, Julian has diverted water from the sequia down the slope. He dams up the main sequia and digs another trench that branches off the main line. He continues to make the branches, and water starts to flow down from the sequia towards the river. In this way, he irrigates the slope, preparing the soil for new growth. Leaf, Enzo, and Leifer descend the bank, finding spots where the water is blocked and clearing them with a pickaxe. Luca and I stay up top. I watch Luca taking steps on the uneven ground, navigating past rocks and stepping across the sequia. Leaf and Enzo maintain their balance and avoid colonies of cactus on their way down the slope. After watching Enzo climb on the counters to reach food on high shelves all week, I'm glad he has a new purpose for his climbing skills. Walking up the hill to Mencos, we came across a cow. We gave the cow a wide berth and sidestepped past her. "Mom, that's Ada's cow," Leaf said. "How do you know?" I asked. "Because Dad told me her cow had 1 horn," he said. At breakfast the next day, Leifer compared Ada's cow to a unicorn. 1 horn, a unicorn. "Except unicorns are horses," I said. "How did she get 1 horn anyway? What happened to the other one?" Her cow lost its balance on a steep hillside, rolled and rolled down, and fell into the sequia. While tumbling, her horn broke off. I wonder if other cows around here have lost their horns, or just her. We see this one-horned cow in so many different places. Let's get organized, hijos. Want to do a project with me? Leifer asked Leif and Enzo. What is it? Leif asked. Enzo didn't look up. Let's pull everything out of Abuelita's alcove and clean it up. This alcove looks like a dungeon. It's dark and drab and full of tripping hazards. The doorway is stout, and I've bonked my head into it many times chasing Luca down the step inside. I bet you'll find some buried treasures in there, I offer Leif. Ooh, yes! Leif traipses off. He pulls out one pickaxe after another. Small, medium, large, extra large. Abuelita has every pickaxe she's ever owned, I imagine. Next come shovels, then wood planks and sacks of grain. There are buckets of all sizes and an old metal iron, cordless, without power. Why does she still have all these things? We wonder, just like anyone who's ever wandered into their shed. Leif walks over to the tool bag and grabs the electric drill and screws. Leifer constructs shelving with the wood he finds in the alcove. Enzo quickly loses interest, but Leif spends the day in the alcove with Leifer. I hear the saw and drill run. I poke my head in occasionally, curious about what's happening in their man cave. By late afternoon, the alcove is remade. The dust has settled, the tools sorted. A new shelf stands sturdy against the wall. Luca naps, finally at ease. I sit on the step just outside, listening to the current. Water always finds a way forward, even when the course shifts. Leif walks out, his hands dirty, his tooth still wiggly. Do you see what we built? He asks. I nod. You're growing fast, I tell him. He shrugs. Not too fast. I know we'll be leaving soon. The suitcases will come out. We'll put the alcove project to rest, walk past Ada's cow, cross the sequia one more time. But for now, we're still here holding on, just a little longer.